no one strategy works all the time. Like I'm not a big fan of like, and it's really popular to do with the high probability short strangles, right? That a lot of people kind of focus on that. And I'm not a big fan of just doing that because it will work 80, 75, 80, 85% of the time. But then you get a COVID move that just blows it up. And you're
Yeah.
like, what
Yep.
in the world's happening? Because it's not, there's different market environments. And so what I always tell people is there's a bunch of different option strategies. Because the people who do the short selling, they hate directional trades. And it's like, okay, there's all sorts of option strategies. And everyone has its pluses and its minuses. Every single strategy does. So nothing is all plus and no minus. As much as somebody might be marketing it out to be, nothing is all
Hmm.
plus and all minus. And if you're going for a big reward, that is a probability and reward is like is an inverse relationship. So if you're going to go for a big reward, there's also going to be a low probability of actually getting a reward, any reward, which is fine because again, using a basketball analogy, the biggest reward that you can get is shooting 3-pointers, and the market's kind of figured that out. The basketball world has figured out that, man, three-pointers, that's the biggest reward. We should be shooting more of those. But the reality is, it's also the lowest percentage that you get, and
Yep.
so that's not a bad thing. It's just take more. You just have to take more shots in order to get that reward. And it's the same thing with these directional trades. There's nothing. There's no all pluses and all minuses. If you hate directional trades, great. But and if you only like selling short, that's great. But just know that there are consequences for that. And like I said before, one of them being you always think the market should be going down because that's what short premium, that's you want the markets to go down. And when it doesn't, when the market goes up, which it does more often than not, then you become a perma bear and you become a conspiracy theorist, and the market's manipulated and all that, and you just hate trading. And so that's kind of what a lot
Right.
of people kind of fall into the what they're marketed to, whatever strategy they're marketed to, and this focus single-handedly in that strategy, and it
Right.
just doesn't work.
Hey, it's Evan here. I hope you enjoyed this clip from our full-length interview. Don't forget, if you want to hear this entire episode with even more insights from our awesome guest, you can find it by searching the Smarter Trading Podcast in iTunes or on your favorite podcast app. You can also find all of the show notes for this episode by heading to thetraderisk.com/podcast. Thanks for tuning in.